I'll never forget what Brian Tracy told me at a mastermind retreat 15 years ago. He looked me in the eye and said, one of the biggest problems in the sales industry is that being good at sales and being good at leading a team are two totally different skill sets. And it's a problem because top salespeople are the ones who get promoted into leadership positions, and then they struggle trying to lead a team. When he said this, it hit me like a ton of bricks, because that was me, a top salesman who is now a manager expected to lead a team and get them to produce like I had. At first I was like, okay, easy. I'll just clone myself and teach them everything that I know. Well, it didn't go exactly as I thought. My team just was not hitting their numbers. And on top of everything, it became more about putting out fires than actually showing them how to sell. Now, you know what I mean. You ever feel more like a babysitter than a leader? And I remember thinking if they applied only half of what I was teaching them, they'd be selling like crazy and making a ton of money. And so would I. But instead, I was putting in more time than I'd ever put in before, which stressed out my wife like crazy. And I literally felt like my entire life was one big ongoing team meeting. And I was frustrated that I had taken a pay cut to be a manager. So yeah, Brian was right. And I also knew there had to be a better way. And I almost went back to sell on my own. But instead, I decided to double down. And I started investing into every leadership program I could find. And let me tell you, there's not much out there. I joined every mastermind I could. I hired the best mentor, was coached by the top leaders in my industry, as well as world leaders like Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, and the list goes on and on. Well, I found that very little of what they taught actually worked for me in real life. Like in my situation, leading a door-to-door sales team. I mean, it's not like I didn't like those guys, because I do. And it was motivating stuff, but let's be real. They weren't telling me how to actually lead my team to hit their numbers and have them stay with me year after year like I needed them to. And then there was only so much my regional manager could teach me in the 10-minute weekly pep talks that we had that always felt rushed, and or if they weren't postponed, right? Because there's so much going on. So I had to develop my own system. Well, I finally cracked the code, and one day it hit me, and I discovered the secret that I'm gonna share with you. And this is how I became the top leader of an Inc. 500 company, where I earned my first $1 million in overrides. It's the same secret that helped me start my own direct sales company, scale it to over 2,000 sales reps, and take the company public. And I realized I'd actually created the ultimate hack for direct sales leaders to produce high-performing teams. And that's when I knew I needed to share this with the world. And I've since helped managers and regional managers in companies like Infinity Solar, Hawks Pest Control, Vivint, Amada, Aliva, and thousands of others shortcut their way to the top. Like Josh, who is part of my mastermind retreat this year. And by the way, if you haven't heard of my mastermind yet, this is where I work exclusively with small groups of elite sales leaders to take them to the next level by teaching them all my secrets and also draw out from them the collective genius of the group, of this high-level group of people. And the tuition for this is $25,000. Well, in this mastermind with Josh, I literally only taught him one part of the system called the 4 secrets for high retention. And he went and applied these 4 secrets and doubled his retention rate and his recruits this same year.
Before I worked with Ben Ward, over 50% of my team quit. But after working with Ben and learning the 4 secrets of high retention, I've been able to retain 90% of my team. And I'm telling you that what I learned from him was an absolute game changer.
And I'm gonna share these 4 secrets with you right now. And if all this did was double the size of your team and skyrocket your retention like it did for Josh, what would this be worth for you? $100,000? $200,000? More? Less? Well, listen up. Here's how you can make this happen right now. So here we go. Secret number 1, get ready. So one day, while I was joking about 2 recruits on my team that quit for dumb reasons, one pooped his pants and quit that day, and the other was in the back of a cop car, got interrogated with handcuffs on, and even though he was fully licensed and he hadn't done anything wrong, he was demoralized. And he talked with his parents about it, and you can imagine how that went, and he quit the next morning. So there I was, 2 recruits down in one day. Well, in my morning team meeting, I started making fun of both reps who quit, talking about how they just couldn't hack it, and they didn't have it what it takes to succeed. And as I talked about how lame they were for quitting, something hit me hard. How lame was I? I didn't want to lose these guys. I didn't want to lose the revenue they were producing, and I was on the hook for their housing, plus all the sunk costs of the time, the energy that I put into recruiting these guys and training them. And also they were both beginning to sell consistently. Now, I already knew that they were going to experience these types of things that they just quit over. This was just par for the course as a sales rep, but I didn't prepare them for how tough and challenging it can get at times. And I realized right there, I was the reason they quit. I had underled them. And actually, I call this secret the Oceanside Principle. Be willing to talk them out in advance. Now, you want to prepare them for what they will inevitably face before they come out to sell. Stop the fluffy conversations when recruiting. Tell them the truth and don't sugarcoat the experience. The reality was, I was afraid to have these types of conversations with the people I was recruiting because I didn't want to scare them away or not have them show up. But here's the thing. If you don't talk them out in the beginning when you're recruiting them, they will talk themselves right out of it at the first sign of challenges that you already know that they're going to face. And when you're willing to talk them out up front, they'll sell themselves even harder on why they want in. Okay, last thing I'll say about the Oceanside Principle before we move on to secret number 2 is that when they do poop their pants, when they do get arrested, or when they have to sleep on air mattresses for the first week, or commission, family, mission trips, other job opportunities, spouse, cold feet, lack of certainty, location, internships, school, bad stories from other people, learning curve, bad things about the company, don't feel comfortable pushing people, don't have, pushing people, reunions, weddings, family vacations, don't want to pay for rent, afraid of losing girlfriend or boyfriend, long distance relationships, getting married midsummer, bad experiences with past good opportunities, fear of the unknown, parents not on board, sounds too good to be true. It works like magic. When they experience any of those hard things, they'll remember what you told them and they'll respect you even more. And they'll become even more loyal to you. They'll call you up and tell you, hey, it happened. Just like you said it would, and instead of complaining about it, they'll brag about it to you. Okay, secret number 2, the 10% bonus. Here's how it works. You want to create a motivating incentive that if nobody quits on your team, everybody gets. Let me repeat that. If no one quits, everyone gets this bonus. Now you can choose any incentive you want, but it has to be motivating to your team. Now this is hardcore and it adds massive teeth to your effort to retain your people. This is the best money I ever spent on my team. I'll show you exactly how to apply this inside my masterclass, where I'll give you my easy actionable 10% bonus worksheet to help you build out your own baller bonus. And I'll show you how to roll it out with your team. Okay, secret number 3, the final commitment interview. This is how you anchor in their commitment and you align expectations in advance before you give them an official spot on your roster. And especially, let me tell you, before putting down housing deposits or ordering expensive sales material and gear for them and anything else that you'd be investing in them before they come out. The last thing you want is someone on your team who you plan to have out there with you in your sales area to not show up. Now I know how this goes, I've been there, but there's a better way than just crossing your fingers hoping they're gonna show up. You're gonna get my full step-by-step interview script that you can copy and paste and use to save years of having to try to figure it out on your own. And when you follow my system, this secret alone will set them up for success. It'll get them to show up to the sales area every time, and they'll be ready to crush it on your team. Okay, secret number 4, the sunblock video. Listen, stop rebuilding your team every year. The sunblock video is the most valuable tool I've ever used to anchor in the commitment of a recruit. Nobody quits after you do this right. Now here's what you do. At the end of your final commitment interview, you pull out your phone and you take a video of them right there and you interview them for 3 to 5 minutes and you have them talk to themselves as if they're halfway into the sales season. Have them look themselves in the eye and share their goals, their commitment to work hard every day until the specific date that you have set. And you have them give their best advice to themselves if they ever come to you wanting to quit. Now in the masterclass, I'll show you the best way to use this video to motivate each person individually, as well as how to use it to motivate the team collectively. Now trust me, the sunblock video is your trump card. So these are the 4 secrets of high retention: the Oceanside Principle, the 10% bonus, the final commitment interview, and the sunblock video. Putting these secrets into play is how you create a committed team of hard workers who don't quit. And this is how you keep rock solid recruits that keep coming back year after year and produce for you. Now, when I personally started applying these principles myself, I went from losing half of my sales team every year to not losing one single recruit. Seriously, not one. Although I did have to fire 2 people that first year when I implemented this that weren't meeting the standard that I had set. And I know this system will work for you, as it has for me and thousands of sales leaders I've taught it to.
I know that if all you do is learn and apply the 4 secrets that Ben teaches, you'll absolutely be able to double your results the same way that I've been able to, and the same way that Ben did year after year in this industry.
Now, I've just given you my 4 secrets to high retention that you can start applying right now. It took me years to make all the mistakes to develop this framework. And this is only 2% of what I offer in the Sellership System Masterclass, where I literally teach all of my secrets on how to lead a successful sales team. I open the kimono and I hold nothing back. I want this to be the last course you ever have to buy on leading a direct sales team. The Sellership system isn't some motivational strategy. It's not a productivity hack. It's not some short-term gimmick or loophole. The Sellership system is a proven step-by-step pathway to help high-performing salespeople become leadership masters. And I coined the name Sellership because that's exactly what it is. Sales into leadership, Sellership. And I wrote a book about it that became the #1 bestseller called Sellership: How Top Salespeople Become Remarkable Sales Leaders. And my co-author Greg Reed and I had the legend Brian Tracy write the foreword. The Sellership system is an 8-week masterclass that takes the framework from the book and goes deep into how to apply it. This masterclass is unlike anything that's ever been created before, and I packaged it in a way to help you get immediate results with your team the minute you start putting the strategies into action. It's basically a rocket ship catapulting you past all the hurdles, the time, the money, the stress it took me to figure it all out so you can start producing at the highest level with your team. This is how to get them to smash their goals this season, right now, in a duplicatable, simple system. Listen, I've spent over 20 years and hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn all this stuff, so you don't have to go through the pain that I did to get the same results. It's everything I wish I would have had to shortcut decades of trial and error when I was learning how to lead teams. The Sellership System Masterclass is going to change your life. I guarantee it. You'll earn more money. You'll have more freedom. You'll gain more respect as a leader and enjoy a more balanced, fulfilled lifestyle. Now, there's 7 training modules with the most valuable leadership content that you can't find anywhere else. And one of those modules goes deep into the 4 secrets of high retention I just shared with you, that includes all the scripts, the templates, the cheat sheets, and tools to help you apply it. And I've packed the masterclass with tons of bonuses. I give you my exclusive manager playbook with all my recruiting processes, scripts, and all my systems, and exclusive content you can copy and paste. You'll get my meeting agenda templates, my highly vetted training manuals for both sales and leadership, best practices for incentives with your teams, recognition, area tracking, housing management, my best contracts, letters of intent, and so much more. You're getting everything I've developed over the years that I've used myself and I've taught to other top leaders. You'll also get access to an exclusive mastermind group of like-minded, high-performing sales leaders where you can share secrets and compare notes. And on top of all this, I'm going to send you a signed personal copy of my best-selling book, Sellership, and I'll sign it with a note for you. Now, I've traveled the world speaking and training sales leaders to perform at the highest level. And if I came out to work directly with you and taught you everything that you're going to get in the Sellership System Masterclass, it would cost over $200,000 to get the same value. Now, I'm not going to charge you $200,000. I'm not even going to charge you $20,000 like I do for one keynote at a leadership event. I want to make this a no-brainer for you, so I'm only charging 1%. As an early adopter, you'll get all my secrets for just under $2,000, which includes lifetime access to every update forever. I'm basically giving this away. I mean, if someone is giving you a brand new Lamborghini Huracan EVO valued at $200,000, but they were giving it to you for just $2,000, it's not even a question. You would just get the money, you'd hand it to them, and you'd drive off. Well, what I'm giving you is way more valuable than one single Lambo. When you master the skills in the Sellership system, you'll be able to buy a Lamborghini every year for the rest of your life if you wanted to. Listen, I'm all about results, and I'm so sure you'll get massive value out of the Sellership system that I'm giving you a full 30-day test drive. And if you're not satisfied for any reason, I'll give you a complete refund. Okay, one more thing, as if this wasn't already enough value, because I want to see you crush it. I'm offering the first 25 early adopters 2 exclusive bonuses not available for anyone else. First, an hour-long one-on-one coaching session with me, where I tailor this system specifically to you and help you get on a fast track to see immediate results. Now, I currently charge $2,500 an hour for coaching, but you're getting this for free. And second, a 60-minute leadership training where I come and train your entire team over Zoom. I'm so excited to do this with you. You and I will identify exactly what they need, and then we'll hit it head on. I currently charge $5,000 for this, but you'll get it free with this exclusive offer as one of the first 25 early adopters right now if you act fast. There's literally no downside. If all you got from the masterclass was to double your sales team retention rate, you'd already earn back 50 to 100 times the investment. Now, I don't know how long this $2,000 offer will last. We may only give this price to the first 25 early adopters who also get all these crazy bonuses. By now, you've seen that I'm 100% committed to your success, and that I have all the tools to help you reach the next level of leadership. Listen, don't go at it alone. Don't reinvent the wheel, and don't overthink it. The Sellership System Masterclass was created for you, with you specifically in mind. and it's waiting for you to plug and play to skyrocket your team's performance. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Go ahead and click on the button below and I'll see you inside to get started.